A delightful good morning to you all. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. With this quote of Mahatma Gandhi, we warmly welcome you all to the yet another episode of Civilspedia's daily current affairs analysis brought to you by Shankar AS Academy for the day of 15th October. And we also kindly request you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for receiving on-time notification. And I also just want to take a small moment to announce you that the Shankar AS Academy's Batch 2 Pre-Storming UPSC Prelims Test Series is about to start from tomorrow, that is 16th of October 2025. And this Pre-Storming UPSC Prelims Test Series, this batch will be of a weekend batch, and it will be available in both online and offline mode. And this test series can be accessed through all the branches of Shankar AS Academy, and this will be your gateway for UPSC mains of 2026. So grab this opportunity and register yourself for this exam. And the list of topics taken for today's discussion, or the first topic is about the snow leopard, which is recently being categorized as the least genetically diversified species among the big cats. And the second topic is about the International Union for the Conservation of Nature and the World Commission on Protected Areas jointly providing an award known as the Kenton.R.Miller Award. And the third topic is about the PM GatiShakti mission, or the GatiShakti Yojana, which is recently enabling an offshore activities and the associated blue economy. And the fourth topic is about the Karnataka's recently introduced Menstrual Leave Policy of 2025. And the fifth topic is about the Prelims Focus, where we discuss about the important current affairs which are very relevant for our UPSC prelims. And the first news article taken for today's discussion is from The Hindu, and it is about the recent study findings which establishes snow leopard or the world's least genetically diverse species among the big cats. And what are the key findings of the study conducted by the Stanford University? And the study findings also has been published in the proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences on October 2025. And the study involving the 37 snow leopard species will show that the snow leopard have the lowest genetic diversity among all the big cats, which even shows the lowest genetic diversity than the cheetah variety. And what is the reason quoted for, from the recent study findings related to the least diversity shown by the snow leopard species? Because of the persistent small population size throughout the evolutionary history. Historically, from the evolutionary history of this snow leopard species, it has been in prevalence in the smallest numbers of population, which will be the primary reason for its showing of least genetic diversity. And this study finding also reveals that the recent inbreeding is not a factor for showing the least genetic diversity. So we need to note that it is not the recent inbreeding which makes the genetic diversity, at least for this snow leopards. It is the evolutionary history on the small population of persistence. Persistent population is the primary reason for showing the least genetic variations. And it also reveals a term known as the evolutionary purging. So what is evolutionary purging? According to the genetic biology, it is the process of evicting abruptly or expelling from the group or a place. So what is evolutionary purging means? It removes the harmful mutation which are being likely removed naturally over generations. So this population numbers will be in smallest numbers, will lead to the inbreeding of this population. That is, snow leopards are prevalent in smallest population will lead to the inbreeding of this population, which will eventually lead to the removal of harmful mutations through evolutionary process. This process is known as purging. That is evolutionary purging. And despite having the smaller population, this species remained relatively healthy genetically. And what are the concerns associated with this showing of least genetic variation by this snow leopard is that the lowest genetic diversity will lead to the poor adaptability to future environmental and anthropogenic challenges. As this species shows very least genetic diversity, it can't able to easily adapt to the changing circumstances it associated with it. So it will lead to the decline in population of this number, and the conservation of species is essential with respect to this least genetic diversity. And the primary factor associated with the threat of this species are climate change and habitat loss. And with respect to the global status of this snow leopard species, the scientific name is Panthera uncea, and the family associated is Felida, and it has been categorized as vulnerable in the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List data book since the 2017, and earlier it has been categorized as endangered species, and according to the CITES listing it has been categorized as in the appendix 1. And this population of this snow leopard species can be found along 12 countries in majorly in Central and South Asian regions, including the countries such as India, China, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bhutan, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. So these are all the 12 countries the snow leopard population are distributed. So it will be very important for our UPSC prelims that there may be a possibility of asking questions related to the distribution of population of snow leopard species among which of the following countries. And the estimated global population of this snow leopard species will be around 4,500 to 7,500 individuals. And with respect to the captive breeding, that is zoo population, according to the survey taken on the 2008, it has been numbered as 445 individuals across the 205 zoo institutions. And with respect to the population in India, it has been accounted for the 10 to 15% of the global snow leopard population. So India contributes to the snow leopard population with around 10 to 15%, which is categorized as the third highest after China and Mongolia. So this is also important for the UPSC prelims. And what are the major threats associated with the population of this snow leopard species apart from the least genetic diversity is the climate change activities and the anthropogenic activity, and the habitat loss due to the infringement of infrastructure developments and the human animal conflict, and the decline of prey is the primary reason that the mountain herbivorous animals such as Siberian ibex and blue sheep or burrels are the primary reason. Decreasing in these species numbers will also eventually lead to the decline in number of this snow leopard species because of the availability of prey and the retaliatory killing practices of this snow leopard species because of saving the livestock, and the invasive feral dog species in the high altitude region is also a reason for the threat to the existence of this snow leopard species. And with respect to the initiative taken to conserve the snow leopard population across India and the global level, the first initiative was the Project Snow Leopard Initiative, launched in the year of 2009 by India, which covers 5 Himalayan states or union territories, which involving 4 states known as Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, and the one union territory is that Jammu and Kashmir at present. And this project Snow Leopard is based on the conservation effort taken through participatory management as well as the landscape based approach instead of species centric approach. And this will be very important for our UPSC prelims too. And the second initiative is at the global level, that is Global Snow Leopard and Ecosystem Protection Program, that is GSLEP, which involves the participants from 12 ranging countries with having the population of snow leopard, and the primary goal is to preserve the 20 landscape of leopard species by 2020, which will be extended further. And this snow leopard initiative is at the global level. And the third initiative is the Snow Leopard Population Assessment in India, that is SPAI, which is conducted by the Wildlife Institute of India. that is the Wildlife Institute of India, that is WII, along with the participants or the along with the support of state governments, the NGO body known as the NCF, that is National Conservation Forum, and along with the Worldwide Fund for Nature, and the other initiative or the community based conservation initiative taken by the NGOs such as National Conservation Framework. And what are all the ecological importance associated with this snow leopard species? It has been accorded as the apex predator on the high altitude Himalayas. So the range of the species will be found along the high altitude Himalayas and along the Central Asian ranges, and it also been a keystone species which regulates the population of herbivores at that high altitude ranges such as ibex, barrels, that is blue sheeps, argali, etc., by maintaining the ecological balance. And it also been acts as an indicator species of healthy mountain ecosystem. So the prevalence or the existence of this snow leopards on the hilly ranges or high altitude Himalayas will be the indicator of the healthy mountain ecosystem, as this snow leopard population habitat zone provides fresh water for nearly 2 billion people, which will be the Himalayan glacier through snow fed rivers like Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. And the habitat range of this snow leopard population will be from 3000 to 5500 meters from the mean sea level of altitude, with the range of alpine and subalpine zones, and having the specific adaptations such as long tail for balancing and giving the warmth to their body, which having also the dense fur and wide paws for maintaining the balance at the high altitude ranges and the hilly terrains. And with respect to the snow leopard population as well as the Indian territory, it has been closely linked with the UNESCO, that is several habitat of this snow leopard population fall within the range of UNESCO's World Network of Biosphere Reserves, that is Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve and Kanchenjunga Biosphere Reserve. So this will be of very much of UPSC importance, so kindly note that. And moving to the prelims practice question with reference to the snow leopard, that is Panthera uncea, consider the following statement. The first statement: snow leopards are found only in the trans-Himalayan regions of India and are absent in the eastern Himalayas. And the second statement: India accounts for around 10 to 15 percentage of global snow leopard population. Third statement: Project Snow Leopard follows a species-centric approach similar to Project Tiger. Fourth statement: the Global Snow Leopard and Ecosystem Protection Program is a multilateral initiative among all snow leopard range countries. Which of the above statements given above are correct? So they have asked about the correct statement. With respect to the first statement, it was incorrect, because as we have discussed earlier, it is found on the Himalayan regions, not only on the trans-Himalayan regions, it also been prevalent on the eastern Himalayan regions too. So Sikkim is a best example for the snow leopard population prevalence of eastern Himalayas, so we can easily eliminate the first option. And with respect to the second statement, we have already discussed, India accounts for 10 to 15 percentage of global snow leopard population. So the second statement was correct. And according to the third statement, it was incorrect. As we discussed, Project Snow Leopard will be based on the participatory management mechanism and the landscape based approach, not instead of species centric approach. So here they have given the species centric approach, so we can easily eliminate the option 3 from the option 2. So we can easily arrive at the answer. Option B will be the correct answer. 2 and 4, that the global, that is GSLEP initiative, is a multilateral initiative among all snow leopard range countries. So this will be the correct statement. 2 and 4 is the correct answer. Yes. With this, we move to the next topic. This news article taken from The Hindu is about the recent conferring of Kenton.R.Miller Award to Ms. Sonali Ghosh for her contribution to the conservation of protected areas through innovative model known as community-based conservation model, and she is the present director of Kaziranga National Park. And this award, that is Kenton.R.Miller Award, will be awarded by IUCN, that is International Union for Conservation of Nature, along with the World Commission on Protected Areas. And the context of this news is that Ms. Sonali Ghosh, who is the present director of Kaziranga National Park, became the first Indian to win this award, and this will be presented by IUCN and WCPA in Abu Dhabi on 10th October 2025, and she will be sharing this prestigious award with Rogue Simon Sevilla Lare of Ecuador. And we also have to note about Kenton-R.Miller Award. It has been established in the year of 2006 by both IUCN and WCPA, and it has been presented biannually. That is, it has been presented every 2 years, not twice a year. It is every 2 years it has been presented, and the main purpose of this award is to honor the innovation in managing and sustaining national parks and protected areas. So this award will be focusing more over the conservation of protected areas through innovative practices and management and sustainable growth of the protected areas through innovative practices. And this award has been named after Dr. Kenton-R.Miller, who is the former Director General of IUCN, and he is also a pioneer in protected area management. And why Ms. Sonali Ghosh was recognized, that the innovative practice that she has implemented is the recognition for her contribution to the conservation of protected areas. The practice which involves the community-based conservation model, which integrates the traditional ecological knowledge along with the modern scientific practices. So she integrates the traditional ecological knowledge with the modern scientific practice is the innovative model, which is the community-based conservation model, which accorded the honor of this award. And she also emphasized the awareness-based conservation model and the participation of local communities in the conservation of nature. And this model has been actively and effectively applied in the Manas and Kaziranga landscape for better output, and it shows the improved biodiversity conservation and people to park harmony among the conservation of these protected areas. And we also have to note about the Kaziranga National Park. It has been located in the state of Assam with the Brahmaputra river on both sides of this park. It has been established primarily in the year of 1908 as the reserved forest, and later it got the status of national park in the year of 1974. And this Kaziranga National Park is also a part of UNESCO's World Heritage Site since 1985, and it also been accorded with the status of Tiger Reserve in the year of 2007. And these are all very important for our UPSC preparation, so please note that. And it has been famous for world's largest population, that this Kaziranga National Park possesses the world's largest population of Indian one-horned rhinoceros. So this species is also very important, not with respect to the Indian environment, it is also very important for our UPSC prelims too. And it also has been a home to various other faunal species known as the Bengal tiger, wild buffalo, swamp deers, elephants, hog deers, capped langurs, and it also been a home to various around 480 plus bird species. And with respect to the Kaziranga National Park's ecosystem, it has been flooded by the Brahmaputra floodplains with grasslands, adequate grasslands, and the wetlands associated with it, and it has been categorized as semi-evergreen forest. And what are all the conservation issues associated with this Kaziranga National Park? It has been frequently flooded by this Brahmaputra river, and the activities of poaching is prevalent in that area, and the encroachment of people to this national park is also a primary concern, and the invasive species also threaten the existence of this Kaziranga National Park, and the frequent human wildlife conflict is also a conservation issue associated with this national park. And what are all the successful initiatives taken with respect to this conservation of this Kaziranga National Park? The rhino poaching has been sharply declined because of the various conservation activities taken by the Indian government due to the protection and also through the community participation. And here is the pictorial depiction of Kaziranga National Park. Here we can see the Kaziranga National Park and the Brahmaputra River alongside this park. And we also has to note about the primary body which confers this Kenton.R.Miller Award, that is the International Union for Conservation of Nature. It has been established in the year of 1948, which is considered as the world's oldest global environmental organization, which has the headquartered in Gland of Switzerland, which were having the membership of around the world with more than 1400 participants or members to be the part of this body. And it also been involving in the conservation of protected areas, not only along with the species of fauna. It also focuses more over the floral species, and it involves in the research process and the documentation of data and policy advice to the government bodies, and the establishment of conservation frameworks for the better managing of protected areas. And this will be the major focus with respect to this International Union for Conservation of Nature. It has various publications known as IUCN Red List. As we have frequently came across this IUCN Red List, it categorizes the floral and faunal species in the categories such as vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, like that. So it will be maintaining the red data book, and also publishes the Protected Planet Network report and Global Biodiversity Outlook. So this will be very important for our UPSC prelims, that there may be a possibility of asking question, which of the following organization releases Protected Planet Report or Global Biodiversity Outlook. So we need to be very clear about that. It has been released by International Union for Conservation of Nature, and India is a part of this organization since 1969. And we also has to note about World Commission on Protected Areas. This will be one of the 6 technical commission under IUCN, and there is other 5 commissions, technical commissions, which is functioning under this International Union for Conservation of Nature. So please take a note of it if you have the note, and focuses on the protected area governance, management and policy, and it also develops the standard for terrestrial and marine protected areas. So this is also very important for our UPSC prelims, and it supports the world database on protected areas. So it maintains the database along the world protected areas. So it will be supporting the world database on protected areas and contribute to the Convention protection of biodiversity through Convention on Biodiversity by achieving the target of Aichi Biodiversity Target 11 and post 2020 Global Biodiversity Framework Goals. And there is a previous year question regarding the conservation of the organization of IUCN, that is with reference to the International Union for Conservation of Nature and National Resources, that is IUCN, and the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. Which of the following statement are correct? So the first statement is IUCN is an organ of the United Nations, and CITES is an international agreement between governments. So the second statement, IUCN runs thousands of field projects around the world to better manage natural environments. So the third statement, CITES is legally binding on the states that have joined it, but this convention does not take the place of national laws. So select the correct answers using the code given below. So by recognizing the first statement, that it has not been the organization associated with the United Nations body. So it is an independent body. It is not associated with the United Nations. So we can easily eliminate the first statement. So by eliminating the first statement from the option, we can easily arrive at the answer that the option B will be the correct answer, that is 2 and 3. Let's check. Yes, it is 2 and 3. And there is also another previous year question which was asked in the year of 2011, that is the red data book published by the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources contains the list of endemic plants and animal species present in the biodiversity hotspot. Second, threatened plant and animal species. The third is protected sites for conservation of nature and natural resources in various countries. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. So we need to be very clear about the correct answer. With respect to this question, the red data book doesn't manage the endemic plants and animal species present in a biodiversity hotspot, so we can easily eliminate the first option. And we also came to note that the protected sites will not be come under the purview of this red data book maintained by this IUCN, so we can also eliminate the third option. So by eliminating the third option, we can easily arrive at the answer that option B is the correct answer, 2 only. Yes. With this, we move to the next topic. And this news article taken from the Press Information Bureau is about the recently inaugurated platform known as the Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti offshore platform, which is being launched to strengthen the integrated offshore planning as well as to boost the India's blue economy. So with this background, we will be discussing more about the offshore platform as well as the Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti Yojana and the blue economy in detail. And what is the background of this news? This offshore platform has been launched by Logistic Division of Department for the Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, which is functioning under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And this platform has been launched on the occasion of 4th anniversary of launch of the Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti National Master Plan. That is the Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti National Master Plan has been launched in the year of 2021, which marks the 4th year anniversary right now. And the Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti offshore platform has been launched recently. And what is the basic objective to launch this offshore platform is to strengthen the integrated offshore planning and to boost India's blue economy using the data driven and geospatial intelligence. And what are the key features associated with this offshore platform is to create a digital geospatial platform designed specifically for the integration of planning, monitoring and management of offshore projects. And it also aims to consolidate data sets from various multiple ministries to enable a whole of government approach for offshore developments. So having the offshore development as the primary focus for this establishment of this platform, to have a holistic approach towards the implementation of this platform, we have to integrate with and coordinate with various ministries. So the data sets from various ministries are to be integrated under this platform for the developmental activities to be taken on the offshore level. And it also supports the sustainable coastal growth and India's transition to green energy. And what are the major components associated with this offshore platform of Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti is the creation of unified geospatial interface for having a unique platform for accessing the data sets, and it also integrates and visualizes the data from various ministries. As I said earlier, it integrates the data from data sets from various ministries, and it also made it as a unique platform to visualize the data sets from the various ministries obtained. And it also helps in arriving at the decision for energy related activities such as offshore wind exploration and renewable energy from offshores. And it also been a key part in decision making related to activities such as marine resource exploration, coastal infrastructure planning, as well as environmental conservation. And what are the participating ministries which are providing their data sets to this unique interface, that is a unique spatial interface are Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Petroleum, Natural Gas, which is primarily focusing over the offshore establishment of the petroleum or natural gas exploration units or the undersea pipelines, and the Ministry of Ports, which is handling logistics of various nature, which is the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and the Department of Fisheries, and the Ministry of Mines, Ministry of Powers, and Department of Telecommunications. And the data has been obtained from various domains and has been integrated into this unique platform, and the data from various domains are energy and resources domain, which having the category that deals with offshore wind, tidal, solar energy and wave energy, and also about the ocean thermal potential. So this domain will focusing more over the energy exploration, and the second is about the environment and ecology, which focuses on coral reef management, mangroves associated with the coastal belts, and the marine mammals associated with the Indian coastal region and the coastal regulation zones. So this will be more monitoring more over the environment and ecology. And the other domain is the infrastructure and logistics, which handles the or which focuses more over the logistic movements with related to ports, airports, oil and natural gas pipelines, which is being transported through underwater pipelines, and the power grids associated with the transformation of power from one place to another. And the other domain is the oceanic and hazard data, which focuses more over the ocean surface as well as the oceanic region, and the hazard associated with it, that it involves the monitoring of bathymetry data and sedimentary basins. Seismic risk zones has to be avoided, and the surface currents need to be monitored in a current basis. And what are the operational advantages of establishing this GatiShakti, that is Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti offshore platform, will enable cross-ministry coordination. It integrates data sets from various ministries, and it also enables to enhance the participation of various ministries to work in a coordinated manner to having a holistic planning. And it also helps in identifying the overlapping zones, which eventually led to the minimizing of ecological risks and streamlining the environmental clearance, which also made the environmental clearance process an easy one. And it also reduces the project delays because of the environmental clearance and the associated project initiatives, and it also enhances investment efficiencies, that it integrates various ministries, and the fund has to be integrated in a common pool manner, which also enhances the investment efficiency and provide a centralized and authentic government verified data sets. As the data sets from the government portal has to be integrated, it provide more authentic data, and the data need to be localized for planning and investing. And we also have to note about Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti National Master Plan, which was launched in the year of 2021 October. And the primary aim of this portal is to integrate infrastructure planning across 16 ministries to create multimodal connectivity. So this may be our UPSC prelims importance point, that the Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti National Master Plan will be focusing more over the multimodal connectivity, which integrates 16 ministries to create a infrastructure planning, integrated infrastructure planning. And this platform will be managed and coordinated by the based on the geographic information system based national master plan portal, hosted by Bhaskaracharya Institute for Space Application and Geoinformatics. It has the three domains, that is telecommunication, that is information satellite communication, and geoinformatics and geospatial technology. So these are all the three domains managed by this Bhaskaracharya Institute of Space Application and Geoinformatics. And what are the key features of this Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti Master Plan, National Master Plan, is to have a unique logistic platform interface, and to implement the projects in a time-bound manner and to share data across various departments. And after establishment of this Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti National Master Plan as a unique platform for the integration of various ministries will lead to the reduction of logistic cost from around 13% of GDP to around 8% of GDP by 2030. And with respect to the blue economy from the Indian point of view, it has been defined by the Ministry of Earth Science as sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, improved livelihoods and ocean ecosystem health. And what are the major sectors that are contributing for the blue economy of India are fisheries, aquaculture, shipping, marine tourism, offshore energy and seabed mining. So these are all the major sectors contributing for the blue economy. And the institutional mechanism associated with the establishment of this or the proper functioning of this blue economy policy in India, or the draft national blue economy policy initiated in the year of 2021 by the Ministry of Earth Science, which underlines the coastal livelihood security and marine ecosystem health. And also the other mechanism known as the India's exclusive economic zone, which having the vast area around 2.37 million square kilometers of exclusive economic zone will be possessed by India, which provides significant scope for offshore developments. And with respect to this blue economy, it supported the sustainable development goal of 14, that is life below water. And moving to the practice question with reference to the recently launched Pradhan Mantri GatiShakti offshore platform, consider the following statement. The first statement, it provides a unified geospatial platform integrating data sets from multiple ministries to plan offshore infrastructure and resource management. Second, it plans to promote India's blue economy and sustainable offshore energy development through data-driven interministerial coordination. So, with respect to this question, both the statements are correct statement because it is factual and explicitly mentioned in nature. So, they have asked about the correct statement. Both are correct statement. Answer will be C. Yes. With this, we move to the next topic. This news article from the Indian Express is explaining in detail about the concerns and challenges as well as the way forward associated with the workforce of India, as well as the Karnataka's new policy known as the Menstrual Leave Policy of 2025 in detail. And what makes it in news that the Karnataka government in the has recently introduced new menstrual leave policy and approved one paid menstrual leave for the month, and it is also applicable to the women workforce of government officers, multinational companies and industries. And what are the concerns associated with the workplace design as well as gender related to the women workforce of India is that the modern workplaces are built around male biological and social norms. So the workplaces which are being presently in India are built based on the which centered around the male's biology as well as social norms instead of considering female workforce. So the women's office standard also being in favor of male comfort related to temperature maintenance, schedule maintenance and the ergonomical designs, as well as the evaluation of their professional efficiency is also in favor of the male comfort instead of considering female workforce. And the women has to function in these spaces on a borrowed terms by maintaining menstruation, pregnancy and caregiving activities. So this will create a perceived mindset towards the female workforce that these policies like menstrual leave will be as a special privilege, which is not a primary focus for the female workforce, that instead of a normal workspace for their needs. And what are the global context and comparative perspective associated with this female workforce or the women workforce in the global level, or the United Nation, USSR will be the first to introduce the menstrual leave scheme or the menstrual leave policy in the year of 1922. It has been introduced and revoked after 5 years of its introduction, and the Japan has introduced such menstrual leave policy on 1947, which exists till now, but the capacity or the uptake of this leave will be on low level because of the stigmatization and the discrimination associated with this leave policy. And South Korea has introduced such menstrual leave policy in the year of 1953, which provides the leave for the monthly leave, and has been used rarely because of the stigmatization as well as discrimination associated with the leave policy. And the Spain has recently introduced this menstrual leave policy in the year of 2023, which is the first nation to introduce in the European nations, and having the limited awareness to uptake this menstrual leave policy among the female workforce or workforce of that region will make this policy not a viable one on that region. And the Portugal has recently introduced this menstrual leave policy in 2024, which is on strict monitoring as well as the strict framework has been introduced. Only on the diagnosed menstrual disorders will be provided leave for the women workforce such manner. And with respect to the legal and policy landscape associated with the menstrual leave policy of women workforce in India, that Supreme Court in the year of 2024 has abruptly rejected the menstrual leave plea on the basis on the observation that the introduction of this policy will lead to the direct discrimination and the stigmatization of menstrual and women workforce associated with the institution, and it also directed to have a model policy with related to the menstrual leave scheme. And our Union Minister Shri Smriti Irani in the year of 2023 also reinforced that the opposed the compulsory menstrual leave policy, and the draft menstrual hygiene policy is also associated with this menstrual leave of women workforce. It has been pending since 2023, and a private member bill is also pending from the year of 2023, which proposed a 3-day paid menstrual leave for women workforce. And with related to the data and gender gap indicators among the global participation level of women workforce, according to the Global Gender Gap Index or the Global Gender Gap Report of 2024, women of India contributes, women of globally contributes only 40 rupees 40 if the men earn rupees 100, which shows a stark differentiation in the earning capacity of women from men. And the gender parity of India also shows a stark gap, that the gender parity report also shows that 64.1% has been the prevalence of gender parity in India, and the economic participation of women workforce is also very low, that is 39.8% at present. And the workforce participation report of 2025 is also showing that the women constitute only 26% of India's workforce. And the implication of this gap and the data shows that the recognition of menstrual discomfort may reinforce gender bias without the structural reform. So apart from structural reform, it will the menstrual policy will create discomfort and the gender bias associated with the women workforce. And what are the conceptual ideas? That the patriarchal discomfort is the primary concern, that it not only associated with the menstruation of the women workforce itself, but with the symbolic reminder that the default worker is not a male. So it stigmatizes the women workforce. If the menstrual leave has been introduced, it will stigmatize the women workforce, and it also lead to the perceived mindset that the efficiency will be abruptly interrupted and affected by this women workforce, and the status that the equality is not equal to the sameness, that the true equality means equitable access to opportunity, not the identical treatment. It is not the identical treatment, it is the equitable access to the opportunity. And the menstrual leave is a corrective measure, that this menstrual leave is a corrective measure, not a concession. So as we discussed earlier, it will not be perceived as a special privilege, it will be introduced as a corrective measure. And with respect to the broader social significance, it will help in achieving the sustainable development goals, such as sustainable development goal of 5, which is gender equality, and 3, that is health of women workforce, and the sustainable development goal of 8, which is decent work for both men and women. And the WHO and UNFPA report also shows the menstrual health is a human right issue, and the economic implication associated with the women workforce related to this menstrual leave policy will be of inclusive policy, will also boost the productivity of the organization and the retention of their employment, and also create a moral persuasion towards the male workers to have the female workers to get more cohesive environment for their association towards the organization. And what are the way forwards associated with this menstrual leave policy? Normalize the menstrual health policy. In policy design itself will shift from special leave, that is granting as a special privilege, to framing it to universal workplace wellness, as it is based on the not based on the special privilege. It has to be in a normal course of action, and the model menstrual leave guidelines has to be enhanced, which encourages the flexible options such as work from home, hybrid days, participation towards the work towards the organization. And the workplace sensitization and training is also important to counter the stigma and misinformation associated with the menstrual leaves. And the data driven evaluation is also a primary concern, and the possible way forward, that it collects the gender disaggregated data based on the work efficiency, leave usage, productivity, as well as employment retention. And the menstrual health infrastructure also has to be enhanced in the working environment and the organization, which will improve the access to sanitary products, restroom management, and counseling support at workplaces. And moving to the mains practice question, menstrual leave is not a concession but a corrective step towards gender sensitive workplaces. Discuss the significance of Karnataka's menstrual leave policy in addressing gender equality in India's labor ecosystem. And this will be a 15-mark question. We have to address and answer within 250 words. So take this question and answer it in the comment section given below. We will be evaluating and give the feedback in the comment section itself. With this, we move to the prelims focus. And moving to the prelims focus, the first topic is about the portal known as Mausamgram. In this, the Mausam means weather and the gram means village. So this portal is a web-based portal related to the weather forecasting mechanism, and it can be easily accessible for all the users, and they can easily obtain the weather forecast related to their location or the locality they reside. And this Mausamgram portal will be in pursuit of the vision of India with respect to the weather forecasting known as the Har Har Mausam, Har Ghar Mausam. And this Mausamgram portal is a unique citizen focused platform providing hyper local location specific weather forecast down to their village level. So this Mausamgram portal will enable all the users to have the weather forecast of their locality through this portal. And the primary aim of establishing this Mausamgram portal is to ensure that all the users across India to receive accurate and timely weather updates relevant to their locality. So this can be also asked in our UPSC prelims that the Mausamgram portal is related to which of the following. And what are the key features associated with this Mausamgram portal with respect to the forecasting system? It delivers hourly forecast for the next 36 hours and 3-hourly forecast for the next 5 days and 6-hourly forecast for up to 10 days. So these are all the factors or the forecasting mechanism it has. So this can also be reflected in our UPSC prelims. And with respect to the citizens' accessibility to this portal, the weather information can be obtained by the users through this web portal by entering the pin code, location name, and or by selecting their states, districts, blocks, and even Gram Panchayat. So the web-based portal of this Mausamgram portal is enabling all the users to have the access to the weather forecast related to their locality level. And what is more important is that this portal is available in all the official Indian languages. So this will be very important for our UPSC prelims, that it can be reflected in the statement based question like this Mausamgram portal is available in all Indian languages. So this will be an incorrect statement with respect to this Mausamgram portal, and it will be available in all the official Indian languages is the correct statement. So we need to be very clear about that. And there is an associated mission related to this Mausamgram portal, that is the mission Mausam, and this mission Mausam is including installation and commissioning of advanced meteorological instruments. And this mission Mausam will be implemented by 3 major bodies known as the Indian Meteorological Department plus the National Center for National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, that is NCMRWF, plus the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology based on Pune. So these are all the 3 agencies which will be implementing this mission Mausam, and the primary aim is to enable severe weather hazard forecasting. So this mission Mausam will be forecasting the weather hazard forecasting at 5 into 5 kilometer scale level from the Indian territory, and the dynamic impact based forecasting and risk based early warning for all. So this will be the primary aim of establishing this mission Mausam. And what is the significance associated with this mission Mausam? This initiative envisions last mile connectivity to ensure early warnings reach every household by the year of 2030. This will be the vision of implementing this mission Mausam, and to achieve the vision of Har Har Mausam, Har Ghar Mausam. And the second topic is about the revamped Sugamya Bharat App. Recently this app has been revamped and launched by the Department of Empowerment of Person with Disabilities working under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and this will be developed with the support of SBI Foundation and National Association for the Blind, which is based on Delhi, and the ISTEM, that is Indian Science, Technology and Engineering Facilities Map, and the mission accessibility. And the primary aim of establishing this Sugamya Bharat app is to envision India as a digital accessibility hub. So this will be very important, and bringing information, schemes, services directly to the fingertips of person with disabilities. So this will be focusing more over the person with disabilities to having access to various schemes, services, and the informations which are very necessary for the well-being of the disabled person. So this is also very important for our UPSC prelims. And moving to the next topic is about the RPF contingents recently participated in a marathon known as the Vedanta Half Marathon, which was held at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium at New Delhi, and the RPF contingents participated in this marathon will observing this marathon as with the theme known as Operation NARCOS, that is RPF Railway Protection Force against the drug trafficking. And the primary aim of participating in this marathon with the theme known as Operation NARCOS Railway Protection Force against the drug trafficking is to raise awareness among the youth against drug abuse and to curb the drug trafficking usage through the using the railway networks and contribute towards the building a drug-free society is the primary focus of this participation of RPF contingents in this half marathon. And this also played a significant role in the society, such as it reflects in the commitment towards promoting physical fitness among the youths, and also the disciplinary practices need to be taken in the day-to-day activities, also have the social and moral responsibility among its personals. Moving to the practice question, consider the following statement regarding Mission Mausam of 2024. The first statement, Mission Mausam includes the development of high resolution weather models specifically aimed at improving the accuracy of monsoon forecasting across short to seasonal timescales. And the second statement, the Indian Meteorological Department is the sole implementing agency of Mission Mausam with no involvement from other research institutes. Which of the statements given above are correct? So by knowing the earlier slide, we have discussed about the Indian Meteorological Department is not only the sole implementing agency of Mission Mausam, it also involves the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology and the National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting will be also the implementing agency of this Mission Mausam. So the second statement was incorrect and the first statement was correct, because it enables, or the Mission Mausam will be the primary objective to have the development of high resolution weather models, specifically ranging for the improvement of accuracy in monsoon weather forecasting to short time scale range. So the answer for this question will be one only. Yes. With this, we came to the conclusion of this video. Hope you guys like the video. Please share your positive comments and suggestions in the comment section given below, and share the video to your friends. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and bell icon for receiving on-time notification. Thank you for watching us. Have a good day.